Local organization is raising funds to conserve thousands of acres and expand outdoor education. Frenchman Bay Conservancy has announced a $10 million campaign to protect the land, sea, and everything in between in Down East Maine. They've already raised $8.2 million and have planned multiple projects. The funds will help protect 10,000 new acres of valuable land. They say the campaign is about more than just land conservation. FBC also plans to increase nature-based education, starting with the Whitney Forest.
Well, we think there are so many benefits to outdoor education. One being helping our youth in our area to better connect to the place that they live in. We know that Down East Maine is such a special place, and those of us at FBC, we feel lucky to live here and be part of the community, and we want to share that with the next generation.
So all of the students who attend Ellsworth High School from over a dozen towns in the surrounding communities will all have the benefit of getting in the outdoors right from their school.
For more information about how you can contribute, you can follow the link on our website.